Hey guys, I said that I would be hopping on here at 1:55. I feel like I might have oopsies. I said 2:55 in my on my Facebook, but I actually meant 1:55, but it says in 6 minutes at 2:55. So hopefully people figure that out. And so I'm hopping on here just to offer any free readings. However, obviously I'm doing this like last minute, so whoever hops on and we're going to live in the moment. Okay. For people that don't know anything about me, you're just hopping on here, just subscribe, just passing through. Welcome. A little bit about me is my name is Robin Horseman, and my new business name is Horseman Readings. And currently, I'm offering readings and healings through Zoom, and those are 35 minutes. That's the only thing I'm currently offering through one-on-one like that. And during my sessions, the way that they typically work is before I work with you. So say we have our appointment at 2 o'clock, around half an hour before or so, I'll sit with your energy. I will often, because I have permission, go into your energetic frequency. So I might do a little scan of your body. I will go into your Akashic records, which is an indication of your past, present, and future. I might ask a question in that space, like, what does this person need to know? But typically, what I do is I just enter the space and right away I start to feel things. I also don't even have to do that right before and write all these things down. I typically can feel the energy sometimes weeks before I've even met you. But at times, of course, if I've never met you before, you didn't book your reading, I don't know whose exactly energy it is. But I'm always kind of like picking up on different frequencies and energies of the people that will be coming into my energetic field. So it is really important that you book in, and so that I can create that space for you. And then often in it, and I don't structure every session the same way, but basically when I come into that moment with you, I will ask you like what it is that you'd like to focus on, of course, because when you do that, it might be like sometimes people have like nothing, and then I already have like a good foundation of where I feel like the energy needs to move for forward progress. But this could run anywhere from like emotional baggage that you might have from like an ex. It might be some eating habits, some unhealthy things that you're putting into your body. It could be related to some anxiety or depression, that sort of thing. And so I just kind of like pick up anything that I feel like will help you feel better, essentially vibration wise. And so again, I never know what's going to come through, but one thing I can say is if you do have like purpose and I feel into the energy, I'll definitely be able to pick up on that. So if you're like working on money and you're trying to bring more abundance into your life, when I go into your energy, that's kind of what I'll pick up on. But if you ask questions when I go into the Akashic records, that's where we can ask specific questions and we'll see how the energy flows as well. So that's kind of what I wanted to show you here in the now. I'm the one that boo-booed on the time when I was just throwing that out to my Facebook people. So what we'll do is I just did the weekly forecast as well from the 20th to the 26th underneath my business Horseman Readings Facebook page, and then I put this here underneath YouTube. So sometimes people aren't on other platforms, and that's totally fine. That's actually why I come here and I do lives and I post under here for you guys as well. So I know some people don't want me to talk about my other social media platforms, but I do that so that people that do have it, so that they know. Okay. So that we do have one card here. So I hope that makes sense with how I go into your energy ahead of time, and also how you can ask questions when you're in this space. All right. I do lots of different styles of healing, so it just depends on what you have going on. If you go to myhorsemanreadings.com, book online, that's where you can see the things that I'm offering currently right now. I have a free yoga class. I have a new moon reading that's $11.11, and then my regular sessions. But I also have a shop there with some herbal tinctures that a lot of people are finding helpful. And also I have a blog that explains a bit more about like what past life regression is, what theta healing is, and etc. So that you can get a better idea of some of the things that I offer. Okay. So the Raven card 16, we'll make this like our main card. First of all, today is the 16th of March, right? Am I right? I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Tomorrow's St. Patrick's Day. And so we're seeing the number 16. One of the things I've been doing the last couple of days is not just through my shorts doing my quick readings, but I've been coming on here and discussing a bit more where the energy is of the day as well. So what I'm getting here to talk about is just honoring yourself at this time. Okay. So that's what the energy is speaking to us as we transition into our new moon on the 21st. We're preparing ourselves for what it is that we want to manifest, what we want to bring in. Again, it might be abundance because I was bringing that up. You might be working on bringing more money into your life. Who doesn't want more money, right? But it's interesting. I have my gratitude shirt on today because one of the themes that have been coming up in my membership group is to be coming from a cup that's full. First of all, keeping your energy really charged, keeping your energy really light, working more with the element of the sun as well. And also, as we focus on gratitude and the things that we already have, we're starting to not just raise our vibration, but we're changing our mindset towards feeling like we have a lot of things. We have a lot of stuff. We have a lot of money. And so you might not feel that you have enough at this moment because maybe you're minus $20 in your bank account, or maybe you only have $20,000, or maybe you have $1 million. And again, you're measuring things based on the emotion of it. All right. So the emotions have definitely been coming up as I just did the weekly reading. I'm definitely feeling that through my dreams. So if you are sensitive to energy, you're feeling energetic shifts right now. And this is where your identity is really coming up. It's about loving yourself unconditionally. It's about being happy with the little things. So for instance, if you're a person who does breath work and you come into the present moment, it's your appreciation for your breath. It's the appreciation for your body being able to breathe. And so it's changing your perspective. And I was listening last night to some people's master classes that they were doing around money and around our mindset and just like the way that we think and our beliefs and that sort of thing. And so it's just really interesting when we can come into a physical space in our life where we can actually hold space for ourselves and really identify with the choices that we're making, that we're choosing to feel sad, that we're choosing to feel like our glass is half empty. Okay. So pay close attention to that about what you're speaking to your conscious mind. But what are some of these deeper layers that you're experiencing? If you're getting some shoulder pain, if you're getting some back pain, things like that, where's this energy coming from? That's what I wanted to offer today. It was a little body scan for anyone hopping on as well. So if I do that as a general message, I'm getting it's related to the heart, that there's energy going on in our heart chakras, which is interesting why I'm doing the free yoga, which is actually for balancing the heart chakra. Okay. Good morning. So if you're hopping on, you'd like a message, just let me know as I'm transitioning out of here. So the heart chakra is what's coming up for us currently right now from a general standpoint. And so what's happening is when we're working from our heart space, sometimes we're hurting because we're so aware of where the energy is and the reality of our situation that sometimes that can create a little bit of pain, right? Because we're not happy with the situation. But sometimes it's actually accepting, again, where we are and changing our perspective around that. Okay. So Julie's asking for a message. So let's give her one. Okay. So right away, I'm getting throat chakra for you. Okay. So the throat chakra, for people that don't know, is our ability to trust. It's our ability to communicate. It's our ability to express our truth to other people, being open, being honest, being kind with our time and our energy. So you have the wolf 15, okay? And so when we see the wolf, typically they're they're a leader, right? And so leaders sometimes can carry a lot of stress and strain. So I can't help but feel like you might be finding that you're looking backwards a little bit. So trust that it's important that what you're feeling or what you're dissecting or what you're looking into right now is showing up for a reason. So the last thing we want to do is dismiss the energy that's being presented. Okay. So if you're noticing you're feeling certain sensations in your physical body, address them. It's really telling you to start dealing with what's in front of you directly. Okay. Opossum 23. Okay, and I'm swallowing a lot, so that tells me I'm pushing the energy back down instead of dealing with it by communicating and talking about it, because if we don't talk about it, then it's just going to linger. We can write about it, but talking about it is so much better. Okay, surrounded by fussy babies. Okay, so I mean, when we're around children in general, they tend to be perfect examples of how when they're sad they cry, when they're cranky they let it out. And so they could be showing you that you have those emotions too, and that you need to let it out as well. And when we're a leader, sometimes we might not feel like we can be that way because we have to hold space for others. However, maybe it's carving out and scheduling out the time for yourself to be able to let that out and scream and yell and cry. If you watch the weekly reading, this will make more sense too. Okay, so that'll be posted shortly. So, opossum also teaches us where I'm feeling a lot of tension in my back as well. It's also telling us to take very good care of our internal, right? So, not just our dialogue and things that we're saying to and about ourselves and towards other people. That vocabulary is so important to have high vibrational sound and words, but it's also so important to take care of our insides, our gut health, our emotional health, any toxic emotions, getting and rinsing that. So cleansing the energy is extremely important. Yes, I have herbal tinctures and teas and things like that, but it's also important that you're taking care of things outside of that as well. Parents are upset because I asked a doctor's note. Okay. So again, these people are expressing themselves, right? So they're showing you the importance of expression. So that's coming up really strongly. So again, other people are going to relate to that because it's a general message. Even though she's prompting or triggering this information, it's also there for others. I just want to take a deep breath. I relate to that as well. I think how I'm taking care of my reflection. Can you go deeper into that, Julie? I relate to that in the sense of like throat chakra work is something that I literally have been working on. Whenever I started doing my psychic and mediumship work, which would have been probably like 4.5 years ago, that's when I really started to look deeper into dream work, getting into my tea leaf readings and things like that. And when I started to realize that my mom and my sisters and I were all having a reoccurring dream because we all had a past life experience. This is where things get kind of complicated, but we weren't in the past life together, but we all had like the same past life memory. So when we came here to Earth, we're all getting the exact same dream because we're all clearing the exact same thing, and it's all throat chakra related. And then when I started learning about the Akashic records and going deeper into those and doing some past life readings, regressions, and things like that, and other people also working on me, I was starting to have those visions of what had really happened to me in this past life memory anyway. And so regardless, these are past experiences, and it doesn't necessarily matter what happened as much as we're recognizing that this is the now and we need to move forward, and it's not that way. So we might have old fears that are really deep, phobias. Sometimes people have fears of heights or public speaking, whatever it is, but we're not here to live in that fear anymore. So we have to conquer that, right? Are the people I am around showing my reflection? So showing your reflection. So I think what you mean, they're forcing you, or they're showing you to do that for sure. Because reflection work is probably where like I don't know how old I am now. I'm turning 37. I think around 15 is when I started really dabbling in doing reflection work. Essentially what that is it's taking a look at yourself, and we're doing more soul reflection, right? And then I started to recognize where I had trapped emotions and that I needed to find expressive ways to let that out. Specifically in healthy ways, because we know how all the things that we're doing in the negative way. So, what are some of the things we can start doing in a positive way? And that's more what that energy is about. That might be confusing, but if you're getting a new moon reading in those 6 minutes, I can direct the energy. If you are becoming a pro or VIP member, when I go to do the theta healing downloads on the 15th of every month, I can clear some energy that way. But also the new moon for beginners, I'm doing theta healing around that because every new moon, every month, I do theta healing downloads and a ritual around that. So that'll be on the 21st of March. So if you're even a beginner, that's $11.11 to be in there. You have access to that video for 48 hours before it leaves. And those are underneath meditations. I'm not going to bore you guys with this if you're not interested. But that's where I can do some healings and clearings based on the energy that you're looking to clear. Okay. So watch my new moon reading as well, so you can learn a bit more where we are. As Julia's saying, we're all connected energetically. And that's actually what these group readings are about as well. And my spiritual support team underneath Facebook is a really great place to also ask questions so that other people can give you more knowledge and information, not just me as well, because that's also supportive for each other. All right. Love you guys. Hope that was helpful. And bye for now. Take care.